Hey there guys, we're back in Kingdom Hearts now. I'm joined by my friend Sam. Doing Sam?
I'm doing alright, yourself?
So. I'm alright. But at any rate, let's get through this Tron level.
Ah, Tron.
Master Control.
Tron
Why
guy.
not just derez Tron?
I've never seen Tron, if I'm being brutally honest.
Password to the data space.
I saw it once.
What about a logic?
Look, the only
pretty
reference
good.
of mind I've got is that the main villain is Moses.
The current environment hampers the processing power needed for such an analysis.
Yeah.
What about a logic probe?
Dismiss.
With all your processing
Stop
power?
any remaining
Alt
anomalies in
of the
system or
question.
else.
The current environment hampers the processing power.
Acknowledged.
I desire macaroni pictures.
I desire popcorn necklaces.
Oh god. Jesus to Moses, Jesus to Moses.
What? Got no fucking interest playing as Tron. Or having Tron in the party.
You got a map, which is always the first thing you get in these levels. I've had a thought. Next time someone tells me that video games are getting too realistic and the games I play are too violent and are teaching me things, all I'll say is, I've just spent the last 6 weeks playing Final Fantasy VII, and if it's taught me anything, apparently, if my friend is taken to a brothel, I've got to cross-dress to save her. It's also taught me that if I run around a field long enough, I'll start having an acid trip, and suddenly I'll be standing next to two other people. I will suddenly become a lot more defined, and I'll have a weapon in my hand, but I'll have to wait my turn to hit the thing in front of me.
This is the energy core.
That's an energy core, apparently. You gotta wait for that. You gotta wait for those blocks, right? Yeah, you gotta hit the red ones. It's annoying, isn't it?
Hey Jack, how you doing? Can I get in on this? You alright with that, Sam?
Sure.
Alright, let's, wrong button. Just... invite players. Oh god. Yes, I do.
Well, thank God we're not living in a flat together and beating the shit out of each other in ways that would, actually put us in hospital.
Well, let's not rule it out yet. I mean, I might still need to take you up on that offer of...
Ollie, just remember, if you really do need it, and you really desperately do need it, the room is still available.
What room's there?
Oh, hey Jack, how you doing?
Well enough. How are you?
So.
Suppose you don't know what you do the streams before you do them, save yourself the trouble of pausing them.
Yeah. That would be an idea now, wouldn't it? Oh god. I do not like this level.
I rather like it. It's got nice colours to it. DC Universe Online is starting to seem a bit better. I went through the Speed Force yesterday.
Ah. Speed Force, eh?
Yes, it was full of phantoms. Barely got out alive. Not really. I always wanted to go to the Speed Force.
This is it.
Who knew something so fast could be so dangerous?
True. Okay.
I suppose I would entitled to say you don't like this particular mission, this particular task you're attempting to do. I wouldn't condemn the whole level.
You're being cocked by the game.
This is the way of things, I fear, Sam. Is your job supposed to get to the red one and you just can't because the moment you get close to it they
I
move?
think his whole thing is meant to hit these things and get clusters.
Well, you appear to have done it.
Huzzah!
Look on the bright side, Ollie. You don't have to find two others.
Yeah.
Possibly more. Or did you have to do that before I got here?
No, that was the first one.
We ain't gonna find them. They're gone, buddy. Look on the bright side. They're gone, buddy. Oh yeah, I loved your stream. Absolutely loved your stream with you know, Seb and the whole C3PO thing. It was a good laugh.
Laugh indeed.
Oh, I'm still adding. I've got to call Seb at one point and tell him my one to add.
Why they sound annoyed when I'm participating in those arguments, but the fact is I'm not. It's just so laughable, and I just can't seem to persuade him of anything. It's not really an argument, is it?
It's not. He doesn't really believe that. He just thinks it's funny to say.
Yeah, he's literally just doing it because it's so fucking ludicrously stupid. It's funny.
Given the fact that what he says about Her Majesty's Secret Service, I tend to think that...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's literally doing that just to get a reaction because it amuses him.
Well, no, he does genuinely really like that film. But, you know, which was fine.
I genuinely like that film, but I do not consider it one of the best.
Well, that's fair enough. I don't consider James Bond a very good character.
You don't have to like James Bond to like the film that way.
Yeah, I know. Like, I've seen a couple of the films, and they're decent films. I just can't really get behind James Bond himself.
Tomorrow Never Dies and World's Not Enough, he came exceptionally close to dying. I think I would have liked seeing that.
No, it's like, I never have any reason to care about this man. It's like, what does he do that other action heroes don't do? Like, what can I only get from a James Bond film?
I don't know, he's gone through so many iterations, I assume he's a Time Lord.
He's gone through so many iterations because the character's such a blank slate, it doesn't matter who's playing him.
Truer words were never spoken about what... Oh god, you're turning into Big Boss.
How so?
Big Boss fucking hates James Bond. If you play Metal Gear Solid 3, he makes a point how he hates James Bond in general because he said he basically fetishizes the spy business into being something that it's not.
Well, that, you know, I have no gripe with that part of the James Bond film, or even any of the films in general. It's just I find the character a bit unremarkable is all.
Yeah.
Of course it's unremarkable.
What is fairly remarkable is the fact that I don't see many other agents or spies surviving the things that James Bond has gone up against. as far as spy films go, he goes up against quite a number of dangerous opponents and manages to come out alive, despite being normal and unremarkable.
Well, that's plot convenience for you.
You know, Gundle with Francisco Scaramanga, played brilliantly by Christopher Lee, I might add.
Well, I think those films really are made on the strength of their villains, wouldn't you say?
You mean like how Batman is?
Sort of like how Batman is, but...
If you want to compare James Bond to
Find my
Batman, I will
user.
not argue.
He'll give you the password.
Well,
to
no,
access
it's
the
comparing him in
ETD.
the fact that Batman himself is kind of bland and boring. It's his villains that people come to see. They don't come to see
All the
Batman.
original system
This
programs are
Wednesday they're
stored
putting
there,
Batman
along with
against
anything
Black
that's
Panther in
sensitive or
Death Battle.
restricted.
Well, Black Panther pretty much is just just Batman effectively, but with much more powerful armor, I suppose.
Yeah,
Well,
I
A
don't
number of
see
my
how
functions were
Batman can get
appropriated
past
when I
the
last took on the
vibranium
MCP.
armor.
That's why
I'm sure he'll might get lucky in places, but
If I can get
To be
inside
fair,
the
if
DED,
Batman
I can
has
access my
built a
original
space
backup
station
program
for
and
the
restore
Justice
all my
League
functions.
kind of money, he's
Then I'll be
probably
able
got
to
some
put the
pretty
system
good
back
armor.
the way it was before the
Maybe so,
MCP
but
got control and changed
T'Challa
everything.
is a king.
The way it was supposed to be. A free system.
yeah, he's
for
just
you,
like Eddie Murphy
the
in
Oh,
Coming
he
to
was-
America, except he's Batman.
Oh, he was born into a royal family. Well,
those programs too? Do you
Well,
know
that
who
and he's
it
also
was who
part of the
made
most
it?
advanced civilization on Earth,
Yeah, that too.
I don't know.
Wakanda.
Okay,
yeah.
we'll just have to find your user and ask
Wakanda,
him.
which in my opinion
What's his
would make
name?
DC's
You
Atlantis
don't
look a
know?
bit medieval.
My user is the user of this system. Ansem the Wise.
So,
I don't actually know which one I
Looks like the
prefer, DC
MCP's
or
on to
Marvel.
us. I'll
Well, it
keep this
depends on
drone
what you're looking for. I
better
think
exit the system now.
sure.
Marvel has the
Tron,
better movies,
answer
obviously.
this.
DC has a lot of really good
You're
characters,
good to go.
They just
and
utilise them
arguably better video games.
Well, Marvel, in terms of their comics at the moment, DC's kind of in a okayish place. Marvel's
Yeah, I suppose I could agree with the DC in a good place.
Well, at the moment they're in a good place because Marvel's doing such a terrible job with who they're hiring to write their comics that they've created comics so bad that nobody wants to buy them. Because the one thing you do not do is you do not put your own personal agenda or your own personal belief system into a comic when it is that extreme. You know, most of the new characters like America Chavez are being criticised and even cancelled because they're fan insert characters and they're not very well developed. I mean, they literally got a character, gave her nothing for an actual character other than she's Latina, and lesbian, apparently that constitutes a character, and gave her god-level powers without any explanation for it, and gave her the free ability to abuse it without any kind of consequence, such as breaking time travel to go back and punch Hitler, and faces no consequences.
I can see why people wouldn't like.
You see, when Deadpool fucked up the timeline in some way, Hitler still got technology, came to the future and had a robot, and then Nick Fury had to go to, and Cable had to go to an alternative future to get an even better robot.
I still remember when Captain America, Agent of Hydra, got his hands on the Cosmic Cube and killed everyone.
Yeah, honestly, at the moment, Marvel's in a very
Excuse me?
weird place.
I think that was a good trick to the storyline, but only because it didn't last long.
Although I didn't really like everyone getting mad over female Thor. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it because of what it did for Thor himself. Thor was forced to accept the fact that he's basically an egotistical prick, and even the Hammer had enough of his attitude, so he had to re-earn the Hammer,
What's
and his
this
girlfriend's
doodle?
got to be Thor.
I think the Agent of Hydra thing for Captain America might probably be a good idea. I think Chris Evans would make an interesting villain.
Looks like a diagram or something.
Oh!
I
D.
know for a fact I'd like to see
D.
Deadpool kills the Marvel
D.
Universe made into a video game.
Oh, they've already made a sequel to that.
What's up?
Deadpool kills the
Look at
Marvel
this.
Universe
This
again.
must be the data space.
Actually, no, it's a different
DTD.
storyline, and they
See?
probably
The door to
just ended
darkness.
it on a cliffhanger. Some people are a bit happy about that.
What do you
Well, I'm still getting over Deadpool in Marvel
Still leaves the
Zombies and the
password.
fact that he was part of a
Say,
giant
fellas,
cloud
did
at one
somebody
point.
mention the door to darkness?
In a way, it's probably a good thing, because he's pretty much killed most of the heroes, and he's pretty much killed most of the villains, and who's left.
Well, yeah, that was the problem Marvel Zombies had. In the end, they ended up having to bring back Howard the goddamn Duck just to have characters.
Oh, the dick.
Yeah, basically all the other Marvel superheroes were basically zombies at this point,
Long
so...
time no see.
And most of them were dead after Spider-Man got them all killed. For good. And then all the multiverse crap started coming into it.
Who would win between Donald Duck and
You mentioned the
Howard
door to darkness?
Oh, yes, sir.
It depends who's.
see, we're
I
looking
think
for the
that Donald
secret
Duck has the added bonus
Password?
of the fact that he's got cartoon character logic, meaning that he can't.
I
You know,
guess
he
you
can
mean
take
like a
things that
code.
would normally end the lives of most people.
Well, the
And,
door
you know,
to
still
darkness
live.
can only be opened by the 7 princesses.
I think Howard
There's
is still
Snow
susceptible
White,
to his mortality.
Jasmine, and
That's how
Belle.
Aurelie beat up Vegeta.
Yeah, because Arale is a gag character.
Yeah, you
What are you
can't
trying to
beat a
do?
cartoon
With that
character
password,
with
we can
straight
get
up
access
battle
to Anson's
tactics.
research data.
Well, according
Well,
to
no,
some
Ollie, you
means
can't beat
you might
gag
be able to
characters.
find
That's
out
the
where
whole
he is.
point. Arale is a gag
Stop joking
character.
around,
The
Your
problem is
Majesty.
that
We
most of the
already
modern
defeated
world
Anson.
don't
You know
understand
that.
what a gag character is, and don't understand that they're not
Looks like
they're not gods
I've
tier
got a lot of
characters.
explaining to
They
do.
just work under a different set of rules than everybody else.
Well,
Okay.
according to Yu-Gi-Oh, you can kill
But
one with a,
first I've got
with
a
a shadow
question.
spell and
Hey,
a living arrow.
isn't Tron waiting for you guys?
I did used to love the
Don't
Oh, are
worry.
you up to date
I'm
on
going anywhere.
Super,
Those
sir?
heartless
Or did you hear
attacks-
I know
about
Tom-
the...
I know-
Fight with everybody
I know
here.
Topo got eliminated.
Yeah, we will
Yeah,
too.
so Vegeta now has something to brag about that Goku doesn't. They both fought a god of destruction. Vegeta actually won.
Well, to be fair, Topo wasn't a god of destruction. He was a god of destruction candidate.
Yeah, but he was no different, though. Once he'd made up his mind and given in to the power, he was exactly the same as a god of destruction. They said so in the stats.
Okay, but Ollie, you do know that eventually Goku will just succeed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will, but for now...
It's literally yeah, but Ollie, this is what happens. Remember when Vegeta had a form of Super Saiyan that was beyond Goku, and for a while was actually stronger than Goku, and then it
Yeah.
didn't last.
Well, it didn't last, but... Sorry?
It being I've always
Oh,
felt
and speaking of Ollie, it's funny you mentioned that whole thing with that guy from the Boondocks who likes the booty. They had him and Cell at one point. I know who you are. You're Mr. Cell, the perfect being with the perfect booty. No, I definitely said perfect being. Look, I've had to sit here and listen to a goddamn alien called Jiren, who literally punched my fucking torso off. That thing over there that won't go away. Do you know the way? So I've just decided to ignore him. And now you. Oh, we're gonna do this the hard way. And he just somehow teleports behind Perfect Cell, and then you see Goku coming out the time chamber and going, ah, well, I wonder what's going on. What's that sound? And you hear Cell going, oh god, my virginity!
Moving swiftly on, it appears you have a
Hold on, I'll be
message
right
for
back.
me. This is the part of the story I think I went off track a bit. I didn't know where to go.
I assume we're meant to go back into the computer.
Okay, I'm back.
Well, then
Yeah.
Oh, and Ollie, that Booty guy is actually based off a real person, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he's actually based off a real inmate who believes that booty is more important than water and food. And he has that same voice, by the way. Oh, we're gonna do this the hard way.
Okay,
Makes me think of the number of DC characters that were based off Looney Tunes characters.
Oh, and there are actually Marvel characters who are the DC characters, but they're not.
Game Grid?
If you get my drift.
That's right. You've been chosen
They
to
have the
play a
same
new
they have the
game.
same powers, the same
Lose and
kind
you'll
of
be subject to
background, but they're
immediate
not the same
de-resolution.
people.
Win.
Yes, I believe Hyperion is Superman, only he has
No
atomic
one
vision
wins.
instead of heat ray vision.
Well, in the Marvel zombie thing,
You have no
his
choice.
entire
Well then,
not
get on
Justice
with
League
it.
people became zombies, and then Hyperion died after he ate a bunch of cows, and they had mad cow disease, and that killed him.
How terrible for them.
I know, mad cow disease killed zombies after he fought the Kansas equivalent of, you know, the Fantastic Four, one of which was made out of a one was a giant sunflower, and one was a man made out of corn. I think. He was definitely made out of something.
If you were tasked with killing the Justice League, sir, how would you do it?
Sadistically.
All right. It looks like we can escape through
Any
there.
particular tactical method come to mind?
Well, with Superman, it's kind of obvious. You find kryptonite or magic.
How would you employ it? I had an idea a while ago of giving Bane some sort of battle armor that's lead-lined.
Oh well, simply put, I could get Kryptonite Man to go near him. In which case, the only way Superman would survive is if he covered him in lead. And while he's dealing with that, put kryptonite in his food.
I think a kryptonite sliver was put into his brain, all it did was weaken his powers, caused him to go out.
Well, yeah, weaken him enough so he's just about as weak as a regular weaker. Then I'd stab him through the eyes with you know 2 pieces of kryptonite knives. Batman, I'd somehow find a way to fuck up the stock market so he has no more money and then he can't afford to make his Batarang, so he has to get frisbees and sellotape forks to them.
May I use an EMP to disable all of his gadgets? Then I use the Watt Tower teleporter to transport him halfway around the world into the Atlantic Ocean and leave him there to drown. How's he going to get out of that one? Okay, now that's cheating, Ollie. If you ever went into a war, you die. As I recall in the film Tron. I now officially no longer like this level. That crash should have been punishable by death.
Yeah.
Tron!
You're making this difficult, Profile. You weren't supposed to survive the game of Boggle.
I'm also better than you.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
We came to give you the password.
Why didn't you just
I think that's probably
transmit
one of the
data?
worst one-liners I've ever heard. Just straight up say, I'm also better than you, right before you
Hey,
make
are
the
you
kill.
okay?
Yeah.
I'll be all right. Once we access
Or even
the
better, have
DTD.
Superman in a room filled with kryptonite gas.
Well, I think films exaggerate the effect of kryptonite on Superman. Like, enough of it will have that effect, but if it's like kryptonite gas, he will still, for a brief moment, have his powers, won't he? Which should be enough for him to escape.
My intent would be, I don't really care about hurting Wonder Woman or anyone else. It's just Superman has to go.
The thing is though, I think even the US government and DC have given up on using kryptonite and they're more interested in using Kryptonian sunstones. I know that was the warhead they tried to duck drop on Washington DC when the Merciless came and DC meddled.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the only time Superman has actually been popular in the last few years has sadly been Injustice.
Sadly indeed.
I mean, the comic itself gave a better explanation and an even funnier Joker death. Though honestly, I'm still gonna sit there and say Alfred the Butler beating up Superman and literally breaking his nose was hilarious.
Yeah, that was one of the best parts of the story.
Oh yeah, Alfred broke his fucking shoe over Superman's face.
I just love the way he just puts his hand on his shoulder and says, Clark Kent, I'm very disappointed in you.
I don't know if it was like, I just like Master Wayne. But Alfred just nuts him and breaks his nose, and then there's that one panel of Superman just looking like a combination of he's dazed as fuck and also what the hell just happened. And then Alfred just boots him in the face and cracks his head a little bit while his shoe breaks. Because he took one of those Superman pills. I should be dead, and yet I'm not. Thanks, Happy Bill.
Yeah, they had those Kryptonian pills that give you Kryptonian strength. I would be interested to see you fight Superman with one of those pills, Sam. I know for a fact if I wanted to fight, if I had to fight Superman from the Injustice storyline, I'd probably get the Doomsday virus from DC Metal. I could not only kill him, I could breathe kryptonite into him.
Yeah, Injustice 2 didn't really light the world on fire, did it?
No. The Superman winning ending certainly didn't for me.
No, the only one thing made it.
I haven't actually played it yet.
Well, only one good thing made it good for me apart from all the Mortal Kombat references. It was the fact that you could actually customize Starfire to look like Blackfire. I feel Blackfire is horribly underrated.
What's all that she wasn't given costume? I thought she should have been. She wasn't given a Blackfire costume. I was surprised about that.
No, but you can actually customize it to have Blackfire's clothes.
That's just it, it's not really Blackfire though, it's Starfire dressed as Blackfire. I think they should have given Blackfire her own costume, and as you say...
I agree, I think they should have actually made her a character. I mean, I know technically their powers are kind of similar.
That's just it, they give her an alternate costume, like they did for Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. Or Vixen and Chief.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm glad Poison Ivy finally got to be playable, but yeah. I like Ivy because I don't consider her to be evil. To be honest, the female characters, when you think about it, in Batman aren't really evil per se. I mean, Catwoman's just doing what she's doing because, Catwoman just doesn't... Well, when Catwoman first appeared, I think she was a prostitute. And she was basically doing these things to keep herself alive, basically. Because she knows Gotham's corrupt, so she's stealing from the rich, so that, kind of, but also so her and her friends can survive, basically.
I'm referring to her love life. I don't know whether she wants to steal Batman's heart, but I think that's probably... I wonder if it's more of a challenge and not an actual thing she wants.
I think she actually does care about Batman to a degree. It's just that because of the way Bruce is, it's the same reason that woman stops dating Batman in the Dark Knight movie. Because he's so obsessed with being Batman that it will put a strain on their relationship. Plus, Batman is literally the very thing... Batman basically is, outside of the costume, he's the very thing she hates. In terms of his social standing, he's a billionaire, who inherited all his money.
For a time I would have thought she liked Batman more than Bruce Wayne. Maybe that was
and
just...
Harley Quinn, well, Harley Quinn's just a victim of bad choices.
Harley Quinn is very quickly turning into a protagonist. I suppose it's more character development for her, but I think it's somewhat...
Well, I've got some of her solo comics, and she does... I do like her whole thing, even if she does live with midget Jack Black. And quite frankly, the lesbian jokes are just too much, are a bit low key even for DC. Like she has a she has a beaver, a taxidermy beaver that she has living her, that she can somehow hear talking to her, and sometimes she'll say when Poison Ivy came to visit her at one point because one of her former patients gave her a bunch of housing places, some accommodation. She asks for Poison Ivy to visit and then asks her if she wants to see her beaver, to which naturally Poison Ivy's like, yeah, sure, and then she shows her the beaver and she's like, oh, I thought you meant, never mind. And then when they rescue a bunch of animals, because Harley's got an obsession with saving animals. Well, she saves a bunch of animals, but then they start eating. She releases a bunch of angry animals, dogs, and they start eating a bunch of bees, treating them. And unfortunately, her stuffed beaver gets caught in, so she's screaming, "Help! They're devouring my beaver!" Because of course she will. She also fought an angry radioactive version of Popeye.
I'm as good as
really
new.
the same
All my
Harley Quinn that we
functions
knew
have
in
been
the comic book
restored.
in the beginning, is it?
Well, to be fair, she was made years ago, and characters do change, and this is like after the New 52 reboot. So they changed some of the story for her, and to be honest, getting her away from the Joker was a way for her to become her own character, even if she is just DC's version, DC's version of Deadpool.
Such a simple password.
I don't really know how to feel about Batman Telltales, where she's actually bossing the Joker around.
Let's see how it performs.
Hey, she's challenging gender roles. Deal with it.
Well, I'm dealing with it, I just don't know how to feel about it.
But the thing is, we've seen too much of Harley being bossed around by the Joker and abused. I mean, hell, the Mad Love comic is just...
Tron,
It's a horrible insight to her.
The MCP's loading a hostile program into the I.O. tower.
I mean, I feel bad for the fact that Ivy is genuinely trying
the
to
user
look
tower.
after Harley.
Yeah.
Let's
But,
head
you
to
know,
the tower.
because she's been in a similar situation and just knows that if Harley keeps going back to him, she's just going to keep getting abused by him.
Yeah. Maybe I just don't like the idea of certain villains being made a cut above the Joker. I mean, in my opinion, he's always supposed to be Batman's worst enemy.
Well, look, the thing is, everyone's going to vie for the top, and this is a different retelling, so it's not as if she's permanently replacing the Joker in the eyes of the world. Everyone's going to have their own interpretation of what the Joker could be.
Yes, I remember when DC Metal didn't have a Batman or version of the Joker.
Look, I remember when they did a crossover with Marvel, and there was a Green Green Swain, and there was a Saber-Tooth Joker.
Yes, I think the person at the end of the workshop
The point is that it's not taking away, you know, the Joker you know and love. It's just someone else's interpretation, so, you know, it doesn't have to affect you in a bad way.
That's true.
I mean, personally, I don't accept the Arkham versions, I don't accept the movie versions of the Scarecrow. I prefer the Arkham version. Well, not the Arkham Knight version, but...
I like his costumes. That's all I've got to say on the matter.
I just like the fact they injected Bruce Wayne with a toxin, but by that point the Joker thing was so far in him it just didn't do anything. I also love the fact if you play the game again after finishing it, when you're roasting the Joker's body in that crematorium, he'll just wake up and scream at you. Then again, I enjoy the Killing Joke comic, if only for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I can understand that. I for one would quite like to see them make Batman Eternal into an Arkham game. The number of people they can make playable characters, I mean Alfred could be a playable character.
I mean, hell, I honestly just found it funny to see, Batgirl being shot in the spine.
Well, after how annoying the first few moments of the Killing Joke film was, I think we were all amused to see her get shot in the spine, because it meant we were on track, finally.
Look, I'm not going to lie, I hated that entire thing. It was unnecessary. They could have just done the entire movie without doing the Batgirl thing.
I think they probably could have done the whole speech. I know they had their reasons for not doing so, but I still would have preferred it if they'd heard the whole speech done by Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Apart from that, their interpretation was excellent. I mean, the music going on with Batman was beating.
Yeah, I mean, I know Alan Moore hates it, but it's Alan Moore. He's a grumpy wizard. And yes, Ollie, I did see that Simpsons one with him in again, where he's like, so you liked it that I made your favourite superhero a heroin-addicted jazz critic who wasn't radioactive.
I don't read the words, I just like the pictures. Will you sign my DVD of Watchmen Babies? Which of the babies is your favourite?
You see what those bloody corporations do? They take your ideas and they suck them. They suck them like leeches until they've got every last drop of the marrow from your bones.
Is that a meteor speeding towards Earth?
I just think they're all ripped as fuck. And the fact at one point you could actually buy Alan Moore's keyboard that he'd smashed up when he was angry.
We're probably going to never hear Mark Hamill do the Joker ever again.
Well, we've got Ian for that.
I think keeping the speech pure would have been a better idea than changing it.
I'm disappointed in you.
Well, Ian does a good Mark Hamill
Why do you
Joker.
insist on allying with these
I'm sure we'll
selfish
see Mark
reasons?
Hamill as the Joker again.
Because I want to help them.
Weren't they doing a
Something written
cartoon
into
of
my
the Joker
code
kidnapping
commands
Mark
me to do
Hamill?
what is right.
Really? And what command would that be?
I don't know.
I
I know
can't
Adam
really
West
say for
appeared
sure.
in the animated series playing the Grey
Friends,
Ghost.
they help each other. That's
That's a
all.
good episode.
Uh-oh, look out!
Adam West.
Away! You know, I watch Gotham by Gaslight and I find myself asking the question, which Batman is the better escape artist? The one from Gotham by Gaslight or the one from we know from the comic books? I mean, I'm talking about something specific, specifically escape artistry. Because Gotham by Gaslight Batman was most likely
Have a look at this master.
by Houdini.
Master!
Holly, if you wanted to do a master impression from Doctor Who, now's the time.
Soon the mighty Mekon will rule the world.
That bit in David Tennant's final episode where he turns the whole human race into himself. Now that is simply marvelous. Can you imagine it? An entire world with the whole human race bears my resemblance. Thinks it's
It's over!
Can you imagine that?
That'd be a horrible future.
Oh
That'd be worse than the Mobius Dark World from the Sonic comics, where literally there's only 5 people left alive.
Say what you will, but where a story where Donald Trump is no longer Donald Trump sounds pretty good to me.
Look, I will admit, I will be one of the first few people to admit, yes, Trump not being Trump would be a wonderful thing. But if the Robin Williams episode of anything, of Family Guy taught us anything, too much of the same person would just drive everybody mad.
Yeah, but if it's me, I mean, I could never get tired of myself.
But everyone else would. Oh wait, no, they wouldn't. It'd all be you, and the world would just be to save.
Okay.
Oh god, that would mean we wouldn't be able to enjoy the C-3PO being evil thing at all. And C-3PO would be... Oh god, and C-3PO would be you.
No, we would just have no, that theory would be discredited and thrown away.
Exactly. You're like the no fun brigade.
I'm not the no fun brigade, I can enjoy this game quite thoroughly.
Why do I get the feeling if you have a child, it'll be a thing like a child, are you having fun? And then smacking them. Oh, Lordy, smack the down!
Oh, don't be like. Oh, come on, Sam.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's just the way I was raised.
In all honesty, Sam, I think
Yeah, it was literally. Yeah, I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't do that, Jack. I know
really
you
owe
wouldn't.
you one. With all my functions up and running, I think I've got a chance of getting system control away from the MCP.
I'd probably be doing my unborn child a favour by
I'd better
not
get to
bringing
work.
him into this world.
What
You and me,
makes
bro.
me want-
Yeah,
I hate
you're doing the
speech.
world. You're doing the world a favour.
No,
Just
no,
like that
no,
guy who
world.
pretends to be a zombie.
We didn't get the
I'm not doing the
password
world a
from
favour, I'm
Ansem.
doing my progeny a favour.
We
I
just
hate
sort
this
of
world. I
found
don't
it
want any, I
back
don't
in the
want
user
any
world.
part of it if I had
By
a
accident.
choice.
Yeah, the
And
world
one
can
thing,
go screw
Ansem,
itself.
He was our enemy.
Yeah.
I
Now
mean,
you think.
he
Now that I
still
think
is.
about it. Yeah.
I
Well,
The world
guess.
can go suck a lemon.
Well, actually,
The world is screwing
He's
itself,
my enemy,
haven't
too.
you noticed?
That would explain all the moaning I'm hearing at night.
Ansem took Encom's original system and customized it for his own use.
Okay, fine.
I was part of the original system, and Ansem modified me, too. So, that makes him my user.
My moans are normally... Why?
But Ansem is also the one who brought back the
Why didn't I
MCP.
break his legs?
The Ansem I first knew.
Best Futurama line ever.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
Farnsworth
okay,
had
but
all the best lines.
Now I
in
really
Universe.
don't get it.
Yeah.
Understand it
I'm
either.
still in mid-peril, you
But I think users like you are going to be the ones who will finally figure it out.
Curse Zord.
Oh yeah, this morning I
Still arrive at
this
the
morning I
answer
had my
you seek.
in-laws visit, and after they left, I went
Now
for a
go,
lie down,
before the
and I
MCP
couldn't
starts
sleep
acting
because
up
I was
again.
laughing at the whole thing from Austin Powers with random task. Me and Liz were laughing at the prospect of the fact that he just threw a shoe.
Tell them I hate them.
Not just the fact that he threw a shoe, but the fact when he actually threw the shoe and it connected, it didn't do anything.
You probably should have got some shoes from Kingsman.
And that's the thing, they were doing the whole thing obviously as a parody of of Odd Job, with the whole throwing the hat thing. So he throws his shoe and they make this whole point that he can smash concrete and everything with it. And he just throws it, he does like an
Any
end
data
of the
you
movie
need from the
assassination
DTD
thing and he just
can be
throws it at
accessed
Austin
directly
Powers and
through
just
my
bounces
user's
off his head.
terminal.
Like, ow!
I'll keep a dedicated
That
access
really
channel
hurt.
open for you.
Who throws a
I
shoe?
changed the password, so you won't have to
You
worry
fight like
about
a
the
woman.
MCP for a while.
I know, sir.
Access channel?
I knew you'd ask.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very important link between our
I
worlds.
prefer the bowler
It's
hat.
how we stay connected.
Iconic.
You, my friends, are the
Oh,
new
I know, it's also
password.
a wonderful, iconic image of, you know, British people for some
Thanks,
reason.
Tron.
Or
Take care.
old-timey British people.
You too. And
Considering
give my
the fact
best
that
to the
Odd Job is
users.
Korean.
I know. It makes it even better.
Still, he did look pretty good when Bond threw that gold brick at him and it just bounced off his chest and he smiled.
Well, why don't you throw him more rocks? You might give him a fucking chest massage.
Well, that's that.
Look,
How does a person survive
Tron,
a gold brick
hang in
getting
there.
thrown at them?
so, where do we start?
I know.
Mind
Let's
you, how
access
should
the
you be able to
DTD.
throw a gold brick in the first place?
The king's checking the situation in town.
Holy shit,
He'll be
there are
back
8
soon,
bits.
so don't worry. Hey, look. It's asking for a password.
That's easy. It's
Ah,
Sora.
Squall. You're as miserable in any universe.
Remember the 8-bit sword from Scott Pilgrim vs. the
Goofy.
World?
That's...
That sword
Yes.
belonged
To the point.
there.
Well,
That did it. We're in.
I'm terribly sorry
I have to
didn't
go
get
into
to this-
town.
get to that bit when
Need
I
to
was
see what that
when I
last
was seeing
shake-up
that
did.
film to James Palmer
you're not gonna
from
check out the
Heraldwood.
data? It wasn't exactly easy to get.
Nell wanted to watch Where Have
I'm
All
coming
the
right
Wild
back.
Things Gone.
Hey, Sora. Why don't you get started
For
unloading the
whole
data and copying it
duration, I
down?
was asking the question,
It's just a few
this is what we
keystrokes.
passed up for
Easy,
Scott Pilgrim
right?
versus the World?
Yeah.
I mean, Amanda Foskett and all her lot wanting to go watch some stupid bloody teen drama or whatever. I could expect that, given the lack of imagination. But come on, where have all the wildness gone? Preferable to Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Look, at one point when I was in high school, we had to pick the funniest scene we could think of from a movie. And
it was Liar Liar, wasn't it?
No, here's the thing, for my class, yeah, the Liar Liar thing was the stupidest thing, but in our class, we had to decide which one it was, and 99% of the class all wanted the Knights Who Say Nith thing from the Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
This was agreed upon by everybody in the group, everybody except for one fucking person. One person who decided that they wanted it to be, who basically was very slow in the head and only liked really young kids movies, and really wanted us to instead, without on the day, wanted us to instead choose this one scene that nobody had seen from the movie Freaky Friday.
Right.
What the hell is that?
Exactly. The thing is, you had to, in order to get the movie, submitted for the, the contest, you had to show the scene to make sure it was appropriate to the teachers at the time, and then send it off. And that was all you had to do.
I wish you couldn't pick the Black Knight sketch then. Huh?
To be honest, I wanted to.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Hey, these things take time, okay?
Bad. I might have gone for the she's a witch bit, but well, that's just
well.
Whoa,
I wanted to use stuff from the meaning of
something.
life, but the Mr. Creosote scene would have made people really sick.
Yeah, I know.
Riku
I don't
and Kyrie.
particularly like that film.
I like it for death.
No way.
Yeah.
Even Ansem's computer
If I want
doesn't
to see
know.
death, I'll just watch something completely different.
I know, but I just love Death in that, just his
I'd
whole
ask the
attitude.
computer if it can tell us about them
You
nobodies.
people, you Americans, you just say, I just want to say something, which is what my mom does all the time, by the way. When my mom wants to interrupt everybody from talking,
What's
just,
this?
can I just say this, or I just want to say something. And I'm just tempted to sometimes go,
How
well, you're
about the
dead now, so
organization?
shut up.
There.
All of us? All of you. May I ask a
Stupid
question,
computer.
Mr. Death? What?
Sora.
How did we all die at the same time?
Who's this guy?
The Sabbath.
I see you got things working.
Oh,
They all
Majesty.
died because that one was like, wait a minute. I didn't even eat the moose.
Good going. The computer should tell us the things we need to know.
That would be the moment
But it
where
keeps
someone
on
should probably
saying
say,
the data
"Neither of
inside's
you
all
did. The
kerstuffle."
salmon moose was the antidote."
All we got is a picture of some guy we don't know.
Maybe I won't give you the antidote.
Ansem, the
to
lies.
what? To the poison you just drank.
Come on, are you teasing us again?
Yeah, it wasn't very good. It wasn't very funny when you used poison or something. Why didn't
Of
you do
course I do,
yours?
and this
Oh,
is him.
simple.
I'm
I don't
positive.
like the taste of poison.
Excuse me, could you come this way, please?
So predictable.
I still love I still love the one where Mr. Burns went
Look,
hunting people.
This is Ansem. You know, the guy we all worked really hard to defeat.
Come up here.
Oh, that's right. I never finished.
The whole thing was like, what legal right do you have to do this? You're my lawyer. You tell me.
Well, the man in the picture is definitely the one who tried to
And he
take
just
over
comes up
Kingdom
with
Hearts. The one you
and he
fellas
comes up with that
defeated.
entire
But what
legal
you
reason for why
actually
he
thought
can,
was
do
his
this.
heartless.
Thank you.
You see, he wasn't really Ansem. He just went around telling everybody that he was.
You would think he would have used blanks, and the whole
You
cast would have
mean-
pretended to have been killed.
I still love when he killed Apu, and Apu got reincarnated right away, and haha, you can't kill a
We
Hindu,
went
then
through all
got
that
caught
trouble
in
to
the
defeat an
in the
imposter?
rabbit trap.
Yup.
Ah,
Hey,
save
but
me,
he still
Jesus!
had to be
Save me,
stopped.
Jesus!
That was a death trap.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Oh, I'm kind of confused. If he's a fake, then what
You can't
happened to
even
the
backtrack
real
from
Ansem?
the way it's designed.
Well,
It's
that's
clearly
just
designed
what I'm
fit
trying
onto
to
a
figure
bear's
out.
ankle. I don't even know why Wile E. Coyote found it necessary to use a
Ansem
big
the
one
Wise
against
should
a
know
roadrunner.
all about Organization
Hilarious consequences,
13's
though.
plans and what's been happening to the world.
Whole body went zigzaggy.
I'm pretty sure he'll
That's
give
all I
us
go,
some help.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think you should stop hiring
You
from
know,
Acme.
I came close to finding him once.
How do the Acme people sleep at night?
Don't tell me there's
On Wile E.
more.
Coyote, in a
I'm
bed,
lost
mate, that they
enough as
bought
it
with Wile E.
is.
Coyote's money.
What's he paid
Well,
anyway?
let's see. Some feller
Here's a
named
better question.
Ansem,
How,
who
if he's
wasn't
killing
really
Roadrunner to
Ansem,
do
became a
what? Eat
Heartless.
him? If
Does
that's
that
the
mean
case,
a
what has he been
nobody got
eating for all
created
these
when
years to
that
keep him
happened
alive
too?
and give him nourishment? Or
Yep.
is he or
And
is
that
he
nobody
on the
is
verge
the
of
leader
actual
of the
starvation from
organization?
living in that desert and the Roadrunner is literally just, you know,
I
he's
know I've
just
met
a
this fake
hallucination
Ansem
from his
before,
dying
and I've
mind
seen
from
the leader of
dehydration?
Organization 13
It's
too.
conceivable that he's just living
Kinda
in
felt like
on
being around
pure
the same fella.
determination and refusing
So,
to give
where
up.
did you meet this guy?
Or maybe they're
Gosh.
business partners and they just made this
I
cartoon
can't
for
remember.
entertainment.
That's conceivable, given
Ansem
that
the
they all band
Wise,
together in
the
a
real
Space
Ansem,
Jam.
must know the
Or there's that
imposter's
picture
true
of Sonic the
identity.
Hedgehog snapping his
That's why
neck and
I've
then
got to
Wile E.
find him
be
and
paying him a
ask him
bunch of
about it.
50s.
You.
Hmm.
You started all of
Bit where,
this.
the bit where one
Because
of
of
the
you,
monsters tries to,
Riku and Kairi.
dunk and
Oh,
the
Your
Oh god,
Majesty,
Space.
do you know where Riku
Space
is?
Jam. Honestly,
He's-
whenever I think of Space Jam, I think of the Robot
I'm
Chicken
sorry,
parody where they had Tiger
can't
Woods
help.
and he said, well, Michael Jordan got his Space Jam, I want my Space Jam. And then he ends up doing his own
Really,
version, which
Your
is a golf
Majesty?
version,
Are you sure?
I'm sorry,
and it just
Sora.
never sells.
I honestly think that my favourite
What
part
about
of Space
Kairi?
Jam was when the monsters
Organization 13 might have kidnapped
come
her.
to the realization that their
Oh,
bots
no!
ain't that big anymore. What do you take it from that guy?
Sora,
Because he's
Donald, Goofy.
bigger than we
I was
used
planning to go
be.
get help from Ansem the
I
Wise,
just all
but
clicked on him.
now I know I forgot the most important
Yeah.
thing.
Plus, though most people will
Helping
literally
others should
will literally
always
remember
come
it for Lola
before
Bunny being
asking others
introduced.
for help.
Yeah,
We're safe
some
and
people still
sound
do.
and
She
free
plays
to
a role
choose.
in the Looney
So
Tunes
there's no
show
reason we
cartoon
shouldn't
series,
choose
but
to
she
help our
isn't the same
friends.
character.
I know
She's a
she
bit-
isn't the
Let's
same
look for
fit.
Riku
I know
and
she's not
Kairi
the same
together.
character. I follow a guy who pretty much documents these things, and he mentions how Lola Bunny's one of his
Sounds
favourite
like we
characters,
gotta
although
start
she's
by helping
not.
out here.
She's a completely different character to what she was in Space Jam.
Yeah.
Mainly because bunny boobies.
I shall pretend they don't exist.
I think that was the point of changing her as well.
The thing which I particularly dislike about Looney Tunes shows, they have 3D animated Roadrunner. I cannot connect with that. I just can't. There are just some things you can't change.
Oh, this is the part where we have to fight the army. Heartless.
Yeah, Army of Heartless, as directed by Sam
Hear me, my
Raimi.
heartless. Attack the white husks. Sweep them
If
away.
you meet one that refuses
What
to
are you,
die,
nuts?
just lean
We're
onto
never
a
gonna win.
catapult and say,
I don't know about you,
"Buckle
but
up,
I'm out of here,
bonehead.
sister.
You're in for a ride."
You
Or just get in a car and go,
coward.
buckle up, buckaroo, and then just run a few people over.
Good, bad, I'm the guy with the keyblade.
Heartless. Leave the white ones. Turn your attention to Sora and his friends.
Uh-oh!
Well, that's not very friendly. How do those keyblades just go wrong?
Oh, well, they're just a new brand of the nobodies. I don't know. Same place as every other one.
Where's Maleficent?
Looks like she ran away.
Well, that was pretty lame of her.
I guess we picked the wrong side.
Are those three who I think they are?
Probably.
Yes.
Depends
The
who you
characters
think.
from the very lowest talked about Final Fantasy games.
Hey, if you're looking to pick sides, why don't you pick Leon's? They can always use help.
Yeah.
Does this Leon...
Yeah, 10-2 was somehow even worse than I remember it being.
I remember. I remember you playing it at one point and, well, saying you were going to play it after Final Fantasy X after we'd made Big Papa Flame.
Just 3 treasure fanatics.
And you've gone, you know what, let's just see how this goes and see if it's as bad as I remember it. And I think I remember only one person liking it, but it's also the same person who likes Final Fantasy 13. We don't talk about that.
I thought their intro was imaginative, but I think that's about it for me.
Oh yeah. Once the intro was over, they kind of dropped the ball.
Well, it turns out it was an imposter. One does have to ask the question, can that character really sing? Well.
Ain't Sephiroth the one who's supposed to be the dark
Yes,
part
the
of Cloud's
mighty
heart?
Sephiroth.
Did Cloud tell you that? Then he must understand now.
Just what are you gonna do to him?
Nothing. Cloud is the one who hungers for
Cloud
darkness.
tell you that? Cloud
He said he's got a
lies.
score to settle
Cloud
with
has
you.
a lot of emotional issues.
I see.
I'm here to take him back home so we can see
He
his
wants to
therapist.
meet me again.
No, but I've known you were going to see him in this particular,
Then I should give him what he wants.
Live stream. I probably
That
would have
last
introduced
bit of
myself
light
to
is
this by
always
saying,
the hardest.
Good to see
To
you,
snuff out.
Ollie.
I'm going to fade out. I should give him what he wants. And yes, this costume is in Dissidia.
Are you been fighting in this?
Not in this
You
live
can't
stream,
yet.
you can't fight him until much later. And even then, you need to be it's recommended to be a high level to fight him.
I really wish you called me for that one before you do it, because I do not want to miss that.
Oh, don't worry, I'll make sure to let you know.
I don't want to miss
I'll
the
hand
fun.
out pamphlets. Come see the murder of Ollie, the only public execution we're allowed to show. Ollie will be given a stick that's covered in feces, while Sephiroth will have a sword and all of his powers. Good luck.
Now, it's funny you should say that. A good few years ago, I was actually thinking of taking some fight scenes from Power Rangers, where they're fighting their villains, the villainous Psycho Rangers from the Space series, putting Ollie's face on the losing Power Ranger and my face on the Psycho Ranger that was beating him up.
Wow. I guess that's the less lazy way of making someone in a video game and then making it a version of yourself and then beating them up.
I never do that, of course, because I think I've been...
I don't know.
Oh no, it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm beating up a friend. That doesn't bother me at all. It's just copyright.
This cave requires you to have a lot of the abilities you got from the other forms to get through.
So am I not supposed to be here yet?
Not yet, no. I mean, you can come in here for training and stuff, but, you know.
Ah, that's good. Training is good.
Unless it kills you.
Man, it's not training if you don't die. Need to learn what death feels like.
I think Spetsnaz train people to death at times.
Yeah.
What it
It's
is
what made them
is
kick the. It's what made that whole Deadliest Warrior thing really one-sided.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. The IRA, the wannabe terrorists,
versus the Spetsnaz. They were
who were
never
actually trained. There was no fucking comparison.
Special back to the once he stops their first
Ooh, the Green Berets.
I remember what the Russians said about the green bits in Spetsnaz. They said about the green berets, they said that's not a weapon. That's a toy. Countered with the ballistic.
Oh god, the ballistic knife is just fucking brilliant. Huh, your weapon. We give that weapon to baby. Use it to cut up his food or something. This is the weapon we give to him. Well, again, situational, and because no one expects the ballistic knife, that's the thing. Someone holds a gun on you, you pull out a knife, they laugh, you press the button, the knife goes into their throat. Element of surprise in its own way.
My dad always told me that if you're ever in going down at first in my life, the first option to do is to be kicked between the legs.
Unless they have a cup on or something, in which case, yeah.
Well, there's a lesson for you.
The king's in the bailey.
Fight,
you better head over there.
Got it.
I always do.
Jack, what was your favourite episode of The Deadliest Warrior?
I still have to say Spetsnaz.
Hello there, Pete.
Spetsnaz versus the IRA, obviously.
Good to see you, Pete.
Although I did like Shaka Zulu versus William Wallace, but that may just be Scottish pride.
I did quite like the Zombie Warrior versus the Aztec Jaguar.
How far can you spit, Chiefy?
I would have liked if they'd gone a bit further and brought the SASA into it. I think they
also I did like the Sun Shu versus Vlad the Impaler.
I thought that was going to be a bit different.
So did I. But who would have known that Vlad the Impaler's sadism?
I suppose you have to remember that it's not necessarily who's the better warrior, it's who's the deadlier warrior and Vlad the Impaler.
The clue is in the name.
Yeah. Although, that Killage sword. No, I didn't see the video, Pete. Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, the Killage is awesome.
Passed through that pig carcass like it wasn't even there. Stitch has guns.
I didn't quite like the musketeer.
Stitch has guns. Oh, my sister-in-law would be loving this. Stitch going apeshit and shooting things.
Palpatine singing Rick Astley. No, but now you've piqued my interest, Pete.
Oh, Ollie, I did watch the I am the Senate, but it's Wallace.
Yeah.
I did love that.
We were just about to have some cheese.
Past the window.
What? There's no sense pre-barricading about the door.
Oh.
What a thing to say before a fight.
I think it was so wonderful. It was just so wonderful.
My favourite part was
just the whole animating with the lightsaber and everything.
My favourite part was when he tosses the tea over to the floor.
Ooh, Cloud surrounded. Whatever will he do? Oh, yeah, Sephiroth will turn up.
I understand that you've been looking for me.
I've come for you, Cloud.
Once I get rid of you, the darkness will go away.
Can you do it? That darkness comes from your own dark memories.
So are we just going to assume the other Heartless just fucked off?
Past?
Yeah, pretty much.
Shut up.
They're scared of Sephiroth.
Yeah, they're not. Hell, even the Disney villains, I'm sure, won't fuck with Sephiroth.
Because the light of the present is too much.
You don't know
It depends. If it was the Advent Children version where he's holding back ridiculously, yeah.
That was a big sword.
I know.
You know, the band, The Darkness.
Because
yeah, I know. They hate them in this universe.
The only thing I would consider difficult about eliminating Sephiroth is just the mere fact that his healing factor is broken.
Of course it is. But then, of course, the supernova thing. Dear God, the supernova thing.
Yeah. Cloud apparently does not believe in a thing called love, Pete.
That's why he's not. That's why he's alone, even though he's supposed to be in a relationship with Tifa.
Okay, fellas, you've got to go find Riku and Kairi.
Well, he wasn't going to get Aerith. She's with Zack. Even if they are dead.
There's already lots of help here. We'll take care of this fight.
But
oh, I remember this
promised
bit.
Leon.
I used to have trouble with the next boss.
Donald, Goofy, take Sora and get going.
With a sitar, with a sitar.
Riku,
Or is it
Kairi,
sitar?
give me a little time, okay?
Did Mickey just I don't know, did he?
Your Majesty!
We understand. We'll
He's
go search for
obviously
Riku and
disguised
Kairi.
Organization 13,
Right.
but he hasn't
Watch
done
for
much
danger.
to disguise the ears.
You be careful too!
Or his height.
Wait, you guys.
Hello, I'm a member of your organization, even though I'm this small and I have ears that clearly prove that I've never seen
I'm totally
you
not a
Come on
spy.
us whether you want to or
Could you
not.
let me in, please?
Come on, Sora!
Sure,
You're
why
gonna
not?
meet
We're low on
God.
members.
Gotcha.
Well then,
I don't
skedaddle.
particularly see the point of those two keeping up a pretense here.
Let's go!
They're all just gonna go anyway.
Whoa!
Do it.
Now I'm just imagining Wallace
I'm
telling
sorry,
him
Your
to do it.
Majesty.
Do it now.
Hope you can forgive us.
Now, I imagine that if Wallace had killed Mace Windu with Force Lightning because Anakin had helped him, he probably would have said, "Well done, old Chuck."
Everything's under control.
Wallace says that. He's hanging upside down from a windmill fin, and he says, "Don't worry, lad, I'm fully in control." Oh, Wally, if you're ever losing in this losing a boss fight, you really have to say that, I think. Don't worry, I'm fully in control.
I regret nothing except dying.
The crackers! We've forgotten the crackers! Says Pig.
Don't forget the crackers, Gromit.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
I like what Wallace says in the course of the Rear Rabbit interactive game. He's backing the red team, so if the blue team fails at something, he says, "Never mind, Blues. If at first you don't succeed, well, tough."
Do Riku and Riku interact at any point in this? No, they do not.
We're Riku and Riku. They do a parody version of the Marley song from Muppets Christmas Carol. That's about it, I'm afraid. Riku. Oh God, it's God of War. Look at it.
Yeah. Are we gonna have to... No, we're not gonna have to watch him walk down the whole thing.
Bet they don't have a stairway like that in the new game. I don't know if I'll buy it.
I'll let you know if it's good.
They'll probably say it's good and I probably won't play it anyway. I just cannot connect with a Kratos that doesn't have the blades.
Master Ansem, regarding the experiment I presented the other day, with your permission, I'd like to proceed.
I forbid it! Forget this talk of doors and the heart of all worlds.
Shall we just hear
That
it
place
snowing?
must not be defiled.
But Master Ansem, I've been thinking...
They are not. Those thoughts are best forgotten.
It seems they have showed us going all the way down there.
Yeah.
More like the ladder thing from Metal Gear Solid 3, isn't it?
Yeah. I wish there was a PS4 re-release of the Metal Gear Solid games. I'd stream the hell out of those.
I wonder if you'll ever make game movies out of the games you stream, Ollie.
It has been far too long.
Possibly.
Friend.
All those stairs just for a sit down. No, wait. I have gone through all. I have travelled a very, very long walk. I have earned this. Tell you what, Ollie, that wasn't a stairway. I wonder how much fun you'd have going down that on your wheelchair.
Zaxian! Zaxian!
Well,
right here. What is it?
Yeah, now imagining you going down that whole spiral way in your wheelchair.
His
going,
usual spot? The Chamber of Repose?
Yes. Go and see for yourself.
That isn't funny! I suppose I have no choice but to wait. But the clock is ticking. Time is running out. What to do? Why is he never around when I need him? It's almost as if he knows I'm looking for him.
You know, I don't like that place either. What about you, Zexian? What do you think?
I think eavesdropping is intrusive. Why are you even here? You and Zaldin were tasked to recruit new members. Have you forgotten, or were you procrastinating?
As if. I'm doing my job. I'll have you know, I found one just yesterday. Mar something. That puts the organization's count at 11. And since I've been working so hard,
I'm back.
I had Lexius take my place for the day.
Yeah, I just had to
rest up for
put some more coal on the fire as it started snowing.
Nice and refreshed.
Is that so? Well then, I will leave you to it. I have work to catch up on.
There's enough difficulty with bus travel, in my opinion.
Oh, mine's trust me. I guarantee yours isn't as worse as mine.
Come on, stay
If it
and
doesn't get me
talk.
on time, it's worse.
Isn't it time you told me about
Well,
Zemnis's secret?
I suppose. I mean, mine only comes like once every 3 hours to get me out of the village.
How long ago was it?
Apparently there's going to be another Crash Bandicoot
swords
game.
appeared and unleashed a
I
spectacular
know, apparently
battle.
CTR, from what I've heard.
And when it was
Yeah,
all
it
over,
just now said a lot of
all
people
that was
saying it's
left
going
was
to be a
man
Crash
lying
Team
unconscious
Racing
without
remake.
his memories. Zemnis. I mean Xehanort was found by Ansem right around then,
they
wasn't he?
probably should have done another version of
Your
something similar to
point.
Twinsanity.
The Chamber of Repose.
I think the
If
classic
you
Crash
recall, that's
Bandicoot
where we
thrown into
spent
an
our
open
time
world
researching
scenario
the
is pretty good.
darkness that resides within people's hearts. It's a graveyard that was sealed by order of Ansem the Wise. The first thing Zemnis did once he got rid of him was to undo the seal and build a room in the back. Ever since then, he holds himself up in that room when he can and he talks to someone. But who? For all I know, he's the only one in that room.
Question is, where's
Need I
Spyro?
repeat myself
Well,
about eavesdropping?
Dead.
Not eavesdropping. Couldn't hear what they were saying.
No, no,
Trying
he's
to find
alive
out
and
what it
well.
was,
His
though.
games just aren't very
You wouldn't know
good
anything
anymore.
about it, would you?
You
I
mean a
know I would very
Skylanders?
much like to focus on
That's
my own
right.
duties.
Dead.
As you should with yours. For we need to prepare the new facility immediately. But there are only 11 of us in the organization.
Shot at him
We're
with a
going to need a few
scorpion.
more hands on deck.
What
Remember
new
that head
facility?
from Game of Thrones with the massive arrow in it?
Oh, you mean
That was
Castle
Spider-Man.
Oblivion. What does
I
Zemnis
shot
plan
Earth
on doing
too.
with that place
I
anyway?
blew up Earth too. Me, and then I shot
He
Lois
already
Lane
shared
in the
his
face
intentions
with
with
a gun
us.
made out
But
of
did you know
knives.
there's something he didn't share?
You know, I found this pizza place in on the Woodlot in Warwick, and they've got two pizzas.
The
each
Chamber of
them named
Repose
after
is part
Lois
of a
and
pair.
Clark.
The Chamber of Waking is the other. Another graveyard, if you want to
I
call
really
it
need to
that.
dig up that
It was
anti-monitor picture
constructed
again
by
and post
someone
it on
other
all
than
his
Zemnis
Facebook wall
himself.
and just has it go
And
bleh.
that's where he'll find it.
I bought the anti-monitor.
That's where he'll find his
against the
other
universe.
friend.
I love the anti-monitor. He's brilliant.
Is it bad that I like The Legend of Spyro? Couldn't tell you, Pete. Never played it.
Me neither, Pete.
Hey, you guys are looking lively.
Right, here's the miserable
Didn't
git
we
with the
catch
wet
you
brain.
messing around in the underworld?
Oh, he's
How'd a wimp
easy.
like you get into Organization 13?
Used to really
I bet you
annoy me.
can't even fight.
Yeah, but we can.
You shouldn't judge anyone by appearance.
Just because I look like David Bowie.
Oh, I told them they were sending the wrong guy.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Who is this kook?
Remember,
Oh, no.
the organization's
No one
made
can
up
be
of
David Bowie
nobodies.
but me.
Right. No hearts.
Meh.
Oh, we do too have hearts. Don't be mad.
Oh, hashtag savage.
Silence, traitor.
Who is this cop? He's not David Bowie, that's for sure.
Dance, water, dance! Just spent the whole time as an irritating comedy movie. Spent a lot of time acting as a total weakling, when suddenly he was turned around and stopped.
It's over. Take this. Take this. This is it. It's over.
I think let's compare ourselves to members from Organization 13. I think it's their happy Pete. I could see him playing with a guitar, with his guitar. You can still play the guitar, can't you, Pete?
Dance water, dance water.
Take this.
Sorry, Jack, what was that?
What happens if you don't kill those things before the time runs out?
I don't know. You have to start again, I guess. Execute Order 66.
Oh yeah, I'll just so you know, Persona 5's up on the network for reduced.
Ah, cool. How much?
I can go check real quick.
No, I'll look.
Anyone from the organization
I'm already
like to
off.
be next?
I'm already off. I'll look anyway. I mean, I'm still part of the stream, but you know.
Yeah, we gotta go help our
My
friends
mic's
out
quiet.
first.
My mic's quiet because I'm trying not to wake my dad.
Okay.
I did just ask you, Pete, though, can you still play the guitar?
There you are.
Okay, Persona 5 on its own is 24 quid. The Ultimate Edition with all the DLC is 34 quid.
Right.
Reduced from 79.
You sure have lots of friends to help.
What, guys, you didn't think Mickey wouldn't catch up with you? He's been
So,
to you,
I guess
not
we
the other
better
way
all
around.
pull together and finish this battle for
Get
good.
the fuck up, get the fuck back.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You don't run away from me.
You piece of shit!
Always waiting.
Look out!
I'm glad they made some big boss man to the storyline.
Goofy's dead!
Goofy!
Yes!
No!
He's gone.
Hey, you're the kid's captain. You gotta get
Oh,
up.
wait.
Come
yeah,
on, wake up!
I'm sorry about the ice cream.
Goofy?
Oh no, Goofy's dead.
Goofy.
Oh well.
This is not happening.
He's gone the way of
Can't be
Joseph
happening.
Frost.
Oh
can't.
no! Who put up with that nonsense now? To Disneyland, where we
They'll
shall
pay
keep
for this.
on Goofy. What are those German backpackers going to do now? They'll pay for this.
Oh, how epic. Oh, one person dies. Those people. Oh, please. The Heartless die all the time. They're not complaining.
That's because they can't talk.
How do you know? How do you know they don't talk in their own little language? We are horrible. Yeah, pretty much. You're a racist. All pumpkins are racist. Difference is I admit it. I'm sorry.
You
What
roast the unborn?
Alright, get going.
Huh.
I'll help out.
You see.
Bring it!
Bring it on.
Have I told you about Loading
I saw this thing on Facebook. It was a post about like parents in a restaurant, and someone asked this kid what he wanted, and he's going, "I wish to devour the unborn," and the mum just buried her head in her hands and went, "Eggs. He wants eggs."
Oh, I told you about London Comic Con.
Sorry?
Have I told you about London Comic Con?
No, you haven't. London, though. Sorry?
Attending, they've got Aquaman from the Justice League movie.
Right.
They've got the Hound.
Uh-huh.
The Night King.
Cool.
And recently, Ramsey.
Oh.
Why do you keep pausing?
Because it's difficult to hear Jack and while I'm killing people.
I prefer to move the mic closer to my mouth.
Sorry?
I shall try to move the mic closer to my mouth.
Okay.
Why are you still talking?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine,
I
but...
like how Mickey holds the keyblade.
Hey, fellas!
Goofy!
You know, that really hurt.
Aw, Goofy!
Hey,
Worse, Your
fellas, why didn't you
Majesty, I
walk
get
away
bumped on
without
the
giving
head
me a
all the
proper
time.
burial?
Wow, whoa, whoa, whoa! That hurt too!
Don't you ever do that again!
Come on, Donald, I was recently deceased. It's like that bit in Kung Pao where he says, I only went, "Ugh." That doesn't mean someone is dead.
Ron Crystal Fisher here. What? What's that about, please?
Huh? What's with them?
Crystal Fisher is a YouTuber.
Hey!
Do we know the gentleman?
No. Well, I
It's
don't.
the guy who's not handsome.
You mean it's his nobody?
The leader of Organization 13.
Wait a minute. Now I know. Wise Ansem, I'm here to seek your advice.
I'm glad we have the opportunity to speak like this, my friend. I'm intrigued by your hypothesis, and I'm finding it difficult to stave off the urge to test it. Still, I'm concerned about the stability of the worlds.
Yup, that's what worries me too.
The doors that appeared, the place the heartless seek. I fear my research may have brought this upon us.
Master Ansem, regarding the experiment I presented the other day, with your permission, I'd like to proceed.
I forbid it! Forget this talk of doors and the heart of all worlds. That place must not be defiled.
But Master Ansem, I've been thinking...
Xehanort. Those thoughts are best forgotten.
Now I remember. Xehanort, Ansem's apprentice. The leader of Organization 13 is Xehanort's nobody.
Let's go!
For a
So
10 out
that's
of
the
it.
treacherous pestilent footprints.
Right!
Well, maybe a bit on the disadvantaged side with the numbers, but
We're a lot. That's a Jon Snow.
We're locked in a room with these people. Oh no, Johnny, they're locked in a room with me.
I'm gonna give this limit form a go.
Well, to be honest, I think about what they just said. You can't let someone not get away. What exactly are they going to do to stop it from getting away?
Oh, the limit form just looks like Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora.
Yes, it is. I wonder if it would have been helpful if one of your companions had said, I'll take the one on the left. Who exactly is Goofy and Donald fighting here? Bug it off. So there, please stop.
Brave the Robin ran away.
No,
Bravely ran away.
I didn't. It's an amusing song, but I quite like the tale of Fort Springfield. The Springfield Brigade was too brave to accept their surrender, and heroically they slaughtered their enemies as they prayed for mercy.
Take all these enemies and replace them with grasshoppers. Why?
Like this fight you're having now, in it, and the Keyblader heroically slaughtered the Heartless as they prayed for mercy. He just couldn't hear it.
Let's go! Yeah! Take this! Yeah, it's over! Take this! Yeah!
This is starting to look like the fight from Matrix Reloaded. Holly, climb on top of you, the result will be hilarious.
Until you eat one of those mints that somehow, one of those Mentos. Best thing about me. Done.
I've got a better idea. Let's replace the main spiders. Fighting in the middle of a massive spider nest. Tarantulas and black widows and Brazilian wandering spiders. What do you think?
Sorry, no?
Hey, Jack's going on about replacing everything in this battle with spiders. Yeah, he's basically just become that weird Dr. Smith from the Lost in Space movies.
No, he's taking out I was recalling a time when Pete told me he was afraid of spiders.
What's this really need to... Is this what you think is scary? Giant loads of spiders?
Ha! There are 3 left.
It'd be amusing if you just let the last one kill you.
No, you let the last one live and run away to go.
I'm not sure he's even going to attack me.
Last heartless standing. Come on.
Yeah,
I have guard break!
Jack, you're a bit too close. Jack, you're a bit too close to the mic. You're starting to sound like you're spitting into it.
Sorry.
Where's the king?
Sora learned guard break. He has guard break!
Come on!
Where do you two bugger off to?
I could have used you against those 1,000 Heartless.
But you took down by yourself.
Yeah.
Xehanort!
How long has
Don't tell me you had total faith. You ran and hid like a bunch of cowards.
Where's Kairi? Where's Riku?
I know nothing of any Kairi. As
Look,
for
that
Riku,
no spiders.
Perhaps you should ask your king.
Stop!
Yeah.
Spiders up inside you. Find an entrance
gone.
where they go.
I still remember when I told Pete about the fly.
What's going on?
Way to fall right into their trap. Come on, it's a setup by Organization 13. Xemnas is using you to destroy the Heartless. That's his big master plan. The guy you just saw, he's their leader. Got it memorized? X-E-M-N-A-S.
Remember when little Karibo introduced Adam Rose to that song?
Organization 13 wants to get rid of the Heartless?
Man, you're slow. Every Heartless slain with that Keyblade releases a captive heart. That is what the organization is after.
I easily preferred his music intros to Seth Rollins.
I'm not telling. You're the one who kidnapped Kairi. Bingo. The name's Axel. Got it memorized. Where is Kairi? Please, just tell me. Look, about Kairi, I'm sorry.
Axel.
Uh-oh.
Last name Rose.
We'll ensure he receives the maximum punishment.
I don't care about any of that. Just let me into the realm of darkness, okay?
What
If
is
it's
it with
Kairi
Sora?
you're
They
worried
just
about,
hold his arm
We're
out to
taking
stop him
very
like some
good care of
child
her.
and he just stops
Take
dead
me to
still.
her.
Put your
Is she
key
that
in his
important
back.
to you?
Yeah,
more than anything.
Show me how important.
Please.
So you really do care for her. In that case, the answer's no.
You run!
Are you angry?
What next?
Do you hate me? Then take that rage and direct it at the Heartless.
Oh, Pete. Oh.
Pitiful Heartless, mindlessly collecting hearts.
And now there is fan art on the internet of that happening. I hope you're proud of yourself, Pete. It's just because of you.
The rage of the
The
Keyblade
internet is now
releases
a
those
much
hearts.
darker place.
They
It's
gather
very
in
hard to make
darkness,
the internet a darker place, Jack.
restless and free, until they weave together to make
No, it's very
Kingdom
effortless.
Hearts.
No matter how bad things are,
When
seen,
that
they
time
can always
comes,
get
we can
worse.
You're turning this
truly
into
finally
Monterey.
exist.
What in the world do you think you're prattling on about? Kingdom
Monterey,
Hearts
Jack.
belongs to me. The heart of all kingdoms. The heart of all that lives. A dominion fit to be called Kingdom Hearts must
Oliver
be
Johnson, he's
my
he was in prison
dominion.
for 5 years for killing his wife,
Maleficent,
let out
no!
for not
No
doing
more
it
Heartless!
since.
I do not take orders from you.
Fool.
Actually, it belongs to Square Enix. Ah.
Oh no!
While I keep these creatures at bay, you devise a way to vanquish them forever.
There's like 5 of them.
Do not misunderstand me. I shall have my revenge on you yet.
Maleficent!
Leave now.
I don't
There's
take orders
like
from you.
5 of them.
But what about...
But there's about 5 of them. It should not be a problem. We've just
but
went
you
through
take
1,000 Heartless.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like 5 to me.
Which side are you guys on anyway?
The Heartless ally with whoever's the strongest. Yes, Sora. Extract more hearts.
I ally with the strongest. What about the guy who just keeps kicking their asses at every turn?
The hearts!
And now he doesn't want to kill
Maybe
anyone.
everything we've done.
I'm gonna go.
Maybe it was all for
Alright, Pete. We'll see you
What
later.
am I supposed to do if I can't use the Keyblade?
Imbeciles.
See you soon, Ben.
You can't be trusted to do anything.
Huh?
Sora! Donald! Goofy!
Relax. Those 3 aren't going down that easily. The Keyblade's chosen one. He's a lucky kid.
See you soon.
The chosen one.
Master, I thought when they have
Sora
he
knows
chose
the
the
truth
one.
now. The more
I
heartless
must
that he
apologize
defeats,
for my
the
nephew.
closer he is to
He is an
becoming our
idiot.
perfect puppet.
We trained him as an idiot. As a joke.
This new knowledge will make him that much harder to control.
What does it matter, really?
Face to foot.
Whatever his circumstances, Sora has never been able to help himself from saving people from the Heartless. It's what his pure little heart wants.
There. The dice have been cast. Things are in motion. He can't stop this.
Nothing is set in stone. If the dice aren't in your favor, you will share Demyx's fate.
The fun is in not knowing, isn't it? What is the point of betting on something if you already know the outcome?
Are you sure that defeating him won't derail the organization's plan?
If he is to die so easily, he is of no use to us.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. It's not in my nature to hold back.
I guess sometimes help comes from unexpected places.
Sure does.
Maybe everything we've done, maybe it was all for nothing. What am I supposed to do if I can't use the Keyblade?
Imbeciles! You can't be trusted to do anything.
Huh?
What's this place?
It must be the realm of
Wouldn't
darkness.
that be a good time to say, hello darkness, my old friend?
Yes, it would.
Riku!
Would you say that now is the time to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside?
Yes, I would, Ken.
Are you sure you want to open that? Gorge, it's the gang from Twilight Town. There's Hayner, Hence, Olette, and,
Roxas. No. The name just popped into my head. This is
Oh
Roxas.
god, they've just made a Funko Pop of Deadpool the Duck.
are you sure you want to eat that?
I like watching him die.
Yeah. Sea salt ice cream.
I think I would rather try a cellular peptide cake with mint frosting.
Yes, because the key to everything was tooth decay. I am tooth decay. Your teeth shall be mine.
What? You're what?
Not yet.
I just love it that it
look
was
for
an
Kyrie.
actual monster. It was an actual monster, and it was killed by Ugly Bob's face.
I would be amused to see Tooth Decay take on Jaws from James Bond Spotted Robin. I imagine Jaws would say, "You got the best of me once. Try it now."
You think?
Just this
I
feeling I
have
got.
what I want, not person.
Hey, what if the Heartless are back again? I can't use the Keyblade. That would only help the organization.
But Sora, I think you have to use it. If we don't fight them, the Heartless will keep on hurting folk.
Right, I think now would be as good a time as any to call it a stream. We don't have enough time for another world.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, these worlds usually take just under an hour, and we don't have
So
time.
45 minute
I'm
mark.
getting tired as well.
So, yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, Pete and whoever else did. We'll see you guys next time.